Welcome to Serene Sleep Journeys. I'm Mia. If you've enjoyed my channel, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe. Tonight's story is called The Secret of the Ancient Chamber, the Harmonious Song of Dragons and Humans. In this mysterious continent, when night falls, the stars twinkle and cast a faint silver glow. The moonlight covered the earth like a soft ribbon, making everything appear peaceful and mysterious. This is a world coexisting with giant dragons. But in the dark night, a crisis hidden under this quiet veil is quietly brewing. Arnold, a young soldier, stood alone on the edge of an abandoned city. His eyes were bright and clear, revealing his exploration and determination in this war-torn continent. Next to him, a majestic war dragon named Dylan spread its wings as if to carve out a territory for them in the starry sky. The city was once a symbol of human prosperity, but the smoke of war turned it into ruins. Arnold's eyes swept over the ruins of the city, the pain of loss welling up in his heart. Late at night, he felt a strange smell coming from afar, an uneasiness that made him shudder. Suddenly, a breeze blew by, and there was a faint sound of scales rubbing among the ruins of the city. Arnold turned around alertly and found several small, restless dragons approaching quietly. These creatures that once coexisted peacefully with humans now appear unusual, with a fanatical and unfamiliar light shining in their eyes. Dylan sensed these strange dragons, and there was a trace of disgust in his huge dragon eyes. Arnold decided not to let these manic dragons destroy the tranquility of the night. He and Dylan had a tacit understanding and charged at the dragons at the same time. Arnold waved the weapon in his hand, echoing Dylan's roar like a symphony in the night. As the battle broke out, the dust in the ruins of the city was stirred up, and strange lights and shadows shone under the stars. Arnold and Dylan turned into guardians of the night and fought fiercely with these manic dragons. In this ruined night, their presence became a symbol of hope, emitting a faint but firm light for the coexistence of humans and dragons. During the battle, Arnold experienced a deep understanding with Dylan. Every movement was as smooth and powerful as a heartbeat, as if they had transcended master and servant and become one body. This battle also became the mark of Arnold and Dylan's tacit understanding and the beginning of mutual trust. However, in the tranquility of the night, they still felt an uneasy atmosphere, which was the brewing of war conspiracy. As night falls, the moonlight casts a soft silver glow on the distant mountains. Arnold and Dylan travel through abandoned cities and into streets forgotten by time and war. The desolate buildings were bathed in the moonlight, looking dilapidated and lonely. Walking through the ruins of the city, Arnold noticed some remaining traces. In the streets, he found abandoned books, statues, and paintings, as if they were witnesses to the ruins. Every remaining cultural heritage tells of the past glory, and this makes Arnold even more deeply aware of the cruelty of war. Dylan's dragon eyes cast a deep gaze, like a mythical beast that penetrates time. It walked quietly among the ruins. Its deep breathing coming from its nose seemed to be searching for some unusual breath. Arnold followed Dylan, filled with curiosity about the unknown. On the edge of the city, they encountered a group of surviving humans. These people live in the shadows, watching Arnold and Dylan with immature eyes and seemed to be wary of the outside world. Arnold felt helpless. The ruins seemed to make people lose trust in the outside world. Dylan's dragon wings flapped slightly, and there was a faint sound of wind raising the dust in the ruins. Arnold realized that their arrival had caused uneasiness in the small group. This atmosphere of distrust made Arnold feel helpless. He knew that the process of rebuilding trust would be long and difficult. Continuing through the streets of the city, Arnold discovers an ancient library, its walls covered with ancient runes and patterns. In this quiet night, Arnold felt a mysterious power emanating from the library. Dylan also looked extremely alert, with a strange light shining in his dragon eyes. As they entered the depths of the library, a mysterious aura filled the air. Arnold realized that this might be the key to their search for clues. However, in the stillness of the night, they discovered some unusual runes that seemed to be traces of some forgotten magic. This arouses their vigilance and plunges them into a more complicated mystery. The tranquility of the night is broken by this mysterious library, and a secret conflict is about to begin. As Arnold and Dylan are involved, their journey becomes more complicated and confusing, and this night of ruins will also witness more unknown mysteries. The moonlight shines on the abandoned city like a veil. Dylan's dragon shadow looks solemn and majestic in the quiet night sky, as if it is the guardian of the night. Arnold and Dylan continue their journey through the deserted streets toward the heart of the war, the Shadow Lord's castle. They passed through dark mountains, and there was a dull and mysterious atmosphere in the air. In this desolate land, Arnold felt a strange pressure, as if the entire land was sending a warning to them. Dylan's dragon eyes also reflected deep uneasiness. Along the way, Arnold encounters a band of wanderers dispersed by the war. These once prosperous caravans have now become wanderers, their eyes full of anxiety about their unknown fate. Dylan sensed the uneasiness in their hearts, which seemed to be closely related to the restlessness in this land. In front of the castle, they discover a band of followers of the Shadow Lord, a group of evil mages and warriors. The team was patrolling along the mountains and seemed to be aware of Arnold and Dylan's presence. A quiet and dangerous chase begins. Arnold and Dylan must cleverly avoid this team of pursuers and go deep behind enemy lines. Under cover of night, they hid in the shadows of the mountains, looking for an opportunity to gain access to the castle. The pursuing mages cast dark spells, trying to sense the location of Arnold and Dylan. But guided by Dylan's wisdom, Arnold cleverly eludes their search. Deep in the mountains, they discover a narrow and steep path that leads to the castle's hidden entrance. This is a forgotten passage, hidden in the mountains, only discovered by those who know the terrain well. Arnold realized that this might be their best route deeper into the castle. However, just as they were about to enter the hidden entrance, a strong gust of wind blew by, blowing Arnold's cloak. At this moment, they were noticed by their pursuers. A fierce chase broke out. Arnold and Dylan skillfully avoided the attacks of their pursuers on the narrow mountain road. In the depths of the night, the valley echoed with the roar of dragons and the collision of spells, creating a tense scene. Arnold and Dylan's tacit cooperation allowed them to skillfully shuttle through the darkness of the night, maintaining a slight advantage. This small conflict adds a sense of urgency to the story and pushes their journey into an even more dangerous abyss. Deep into the Shadow Lord's territory, Arnold and Dylan reached the top of the castle. This is a solemn and mysterious building, standing on the top of the mountain like a giant beast in the night, its shadow covering the entire earth. The moonlight penetrates the clouds and shines on the castle spires, forming a mysterious halo. The gates of the castle were closed and seemed impenetrable. Arnold and Dylan traveled through the castle's perimeter, exploring possible entrances. This castle seemed to have a life of its own, with ancient runes carved on the walls. Dylan's dragon eyes wandered among these runes, seeming to sense the power hidden deep in the castle. In the tranquility of the night, a faint and eerie spell came from the castle, as if to warn them. Arnold gradually realized that everything in the castle was carefully designed by the Shadow Lord, and a more complex trial was about to begin. They discover a forgotten door in the castle, leading to unknown depths. Dylan's dragon wings fluttered slightly, floated up, and passed silently over the castle wall. Arnold took a deep breath and followed Dylan through the mysterious door. Inside the castle, Arnold felt a powerful dark force. The candlelight in the corridor flickered, reflecting the Shadow Lord's symbol, seeming to announce his presence. They traverse a labyrinthine series of corridors and rooms, each step feeling like they are traveling through a maze of time. Finally, they arrived at the core area of the castle, a huge ceremonial hall. In the center of the hall, the Shadow Lord stood, wearing a black robe with a deep and mysterious face. In his hand, he held a staff that shone with evil light, as if it was absorbing all the life force around him. Arnold and Dylan face off against the Shadow Lord, and there's a lot of tension between them. Suddenly, a group of dark creatures emerged from the shadows in the hall. They were condensed by the Shadow Lord's magic, as if they were his guards. Arnold and Dylan face a fierce conflict with these dark forces, while the Shadow Lord looks on. In this night's decisive battle, Arnold felt the powerful and evil power of the Shadow Lord. Their battle was like a fierce opera on the stage, with every swing causing ripples in the darkness. Dylan's dragon wings danced in the air and roared mightily, as if to tear apart the dark curtain. However, in this decisive battle, the power of the Shadow Lord gradually showed an irresistible trend. Arnold felt deeply under pressure, and they needed to find a way to break through. Otherwise, they would not be able to defeat this evil force. The moment of decisive battle also means that everything will reach the most critical moment. The after images of the decisive battle still echoed in the hall, and the figures of Arnold and Dylan drifted away deep in the castle. The tranquility of the night envelopes this mysterious continent, and the stars dot the curtain of the night like thousands of eyes watching everything quietly. In this silent night, they felt a kind of peace that they had not seen for a long time. Traveling through the ruins of the castle, they discover a forgotten garden. This was once a beautiful oasis, but now it was destroyed by the war, leaving some lonely flowers swaying in the night wind. Arnold felt a deep respect for the abandoned garden, as if it were a witness to a bygone time. Continuing forward, they came to the castle tower. From the top of the tower, you can have a panoramic view of the entire continent. Mountains, rivers, and rivers are looming in the night, and the land under the starry sky is peaceful and ancient. Dylan's dragon eyes sparkled with attachment to this land, as if he felt a power that resonated with them. However, the quiet night did not calm everything down. Suddenly, a dark whirlwind rose up, and a powerful dark energy surged in the ruins of the castle. This energy condensed into a shadow-like human figure, and that was the phantom of the Shadow Lord. Arnold and Dylan faced this sudden dark phantom and felt an evil force hovering among them. This is not the real Shadow Lord, but a part of his remaining power in the castle, which seems to still be trying to stop them from moving forward. The decisive battle broke out again, and the ruins of the castle were filled with a dark atmosphere. Arnold and Dylan struggled against the phantom, but every attack seemed to hit the void. The presence of the phantom made the atmosphere in the entire castle tense and dull, as if a more dangerous test was about to come. In this ruined night, the combined power of Arnold and Dylan finally defeated the remaining phantom of the Shadow Lord. The dark whirlwind dissipated, and tranquility returned to the ruins of the castle. Arnold took a deep breath and watched the phantom in the night fade away. The tranquility of the night fell again, and the earth under the starry sky seemed to announce that everything was over. Arnold and Dylan stood at the top of the castle, overlooking this ancient and mysterious land. In these ruins, they not only defeated their enemies, but also defeated their inner fears. Peace and hope have returned to this mysterious continent. Arnold and Dylan have become legendary heroes, and their stories will be told and inspire countless brave people to pursue peace and hope. On this night, they became the most glorious legend in this land. Arnold and Dylan paused for a moment at the top of the castle to feel the tranquility of the night. The mountains in the distance are pale and silent in the moonlight, as if they are the guardians of the earth. The starry sky is bright and shining with ancient, mysterious light, adding a mysterious atmosphere to this land. However, just as they were about to leave, a breeze blew by, and they were greeted by a strange smell. Arnold and Dylan stared ahead alertly as a group of figures in black robes suddenly appeared at the top of the castle. Their faces were shrouded in darkness and difficult to discern, but their demeanor revealed an unfamiliar and hostile atmosphere. Dylan's dragon eyes flashed with alertness, as if he sensed something unusual about this group of strangers. Arnold clenched the weapon in his hand, preparing for a possible conflict. The tranquility of the night seemed to be broken by this sudden atmosphere, and a tense and dignified atmosphere filled the top of the castle. The group of men in black robes began to walk towards Arnold and Dylan with firm and orderly steps. In the moonlight, their faces were still obscured by darkness, and Arnold could not distinguish their identities. An unfamiliar confrontation begins, with both sides observing each other's movements, even as the silence of the night still lingers around them. At this uneasy moment, a man in black robe suddenly raised his staff and released a powerful magic. A wave of dark energy rushed towards Arnold and Dylan, instantly tearing the air apart and carrying an evil smell. Dylan's dragon wings vibrated, protecting Arnold behind him, and they faced this sudden conflict. In the dark night, the collision of fire and magic is like a fight in the flames. Arnold and Dylan tried their best to resist the evil power released by the man in black robe, while the man in black robe showed extraordinary strength in the bursts of darkness. The sparks of this conflict burst into the night sky, illuminating the entire peak of the castle as if it were day. With the fierce collision of magic, the tranquility of the night was broken, and the starlight seemed to be eclipsed by this battle. Arnold and Dylan felt a mist-like power. This group of strangers seemed to come with some purpose, and they must deal with this sudden challenge with all their strength. In this night's conflict, Arnold and Dylan will face more powerful and mysterious enemies, and new challenges will make the entire story more tense. Can they defeat this mysterious force and let peace and hope continue on this mysterious continent? This is an unknown proposition, and the mystery of the night keeps spreading. Night enveloped the peak of the castle, and the stars twinkled brightly in the silent night sky. Arnold and Dylan were still fighting fiercely with the group of men in black robes. In the bursts of conflict, they felt the breath of darkness intertwined with evil magic, making the tranquility of the night seem to be torn apart. The strange people in black robes showed powerful and cunning fighting skills. Their figures shuttled through the night like nocturnal ghosts. Dylan's dragon eyes revealed a trace of deep worry, as if he was aware of the more mysterious power behind this conflict. Among the ruins at the top of the castle, a burst of mysterious runes began to emerge. These runes exude a dark light, seeming to be an ancient and forbidden magic. Arnold felt an unusual power, which seemed to be a long dormant mysterious power in this land, awakened by this night's conflict. As the conflict escalates, dark energy begins to gather toward Arnold and Dylan. They felt that the energy flowing in their bodies seemed to be affected by a mysterious force, and this feeling made the tranquility of the entire night deeper and deeper. Darkness and light intertwine in this ruins, forming an unpredictable power struggle. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the night. This is a seemingly ordinary but mysterious figure. He holds an ancient staff, and his eyes reveal a deep and ancient wisdom. This mysterious figure walked towards Arnold and Dylan as if telling an ancient legend. The people in black robes felt the arrival of this mysterious figure and seemed to be in awe of him. In the silence of the night, this mysterious figure releases a powerful force to confront the dark energy. The air in the ruins seemed to freeze, and two powerful forces violently collided in the night sky, causing shocking power fluctuations. In this ruined night, a more profound conflict unfolds. Mysterious forces intertwined with dark forces, and Arnold and Dylan became witnesses of this conflict. The tranquility of the night seems to be listening to an ancient story, but the final chapter of this story is still hidden in the dark mystery. The tranquility of the night enveloped the castle ruins, and the stars shone like diamonds in the black night sky. The remains in the ruins exude an ancient and silent atmosphere, as if they are memories of the earth. Arnold and Dylan are still watching the mysterious conflict, and the silence of the night makes everything even more mysterious. With the intervention of a mysterious figure, the dark energy was gradually suppressed, and the magical fluctuations in the night sky gradually subsided. However, as the dark power dissipates, a hidden passage in the ruins is revealed. There is an ancient and forbidden atmosphere permeating the passage, as if it leads to a forgotten realm. Arnold and Dylan felt a mysterious force guiding them into this passage. Passing through the dim passage, they came to a secret room forgotten by time. There are ancient scrolls and mysterious instruments in the secret room, and the walls are covered with ancient runes, telling an unknown story. In the center of the secret room, an ancient statue caught their attention. The eyes of the statue reveal a deep and ancient wisdom, as if guarding the secrets of this land. Arnold and Dylan realize that here lies the truth about the origin of the continent and the mystery of the dragon. However, in this ancient secret room, an unknown atmosphere suddenly emerged. The figures of mysterious figures appear in the shadows of the secret room. Their purpose seems not to reveal the truth, but to keep this ancient secret. A tacit confrontation unfolded under the night, and the ancient statues seemed to tell ancient fates between them. The forces of darkness surged again, and the tranquility of the night was broken. In this ancient secret room, Arnold and Dylan felt a mysterious danger, as if the truth hidden deep in this land was about to touch the depths of their hearts. They will uncover the mystery of the continent this night, but can the truth bring everything back to tranquility? Or will it bring deeper conflicts and challenges? In the silence of the night, a more ancient and powerful mystery is about to be revealed. In the ancient secret chamber, dark forces and mysterious figures form a delicate balance. Arnold and Dylan were immersed in this space full of mysterious runes and ancient wisdom. They could feel the pulse of the land, as if all this was a destiny given by nature. The mysterious figure revealed an ancient legend to Arnold and Dylan, telling the mystery of the creation of the continent and the fateful bond between dragons and humans. They understood that the surge of dark power was to protect this ancient secret and prevent humans and dragons from falling into an unnecessary war again. The tranquility of the night seems to be the Earth's response to this story, engraved in memory. In the final conflict, the mysterious power gradually dissipates, and the stars in the night shine brightly again. The ancient secret room slept in tranquility, and Arnold and Dylan walked out of it, feeling inner peace and relief. They have become the guardians of this continent, passing on the mission of peace. Back at the top of the castle, Arnold looked up at the night sky, the stars reflecting in his eyes. Dylan's dragon wings spread out, as if he was about to fly into the abyss of the universe. The fates of humans and dragons are intertwined again on this night, forming a harmonious and far-reaching picture. The night breeze blew Arnold's hair away. He stared into the distance, his heart full of expectations for the future. Although the story on this continent has experienced twists and turns, its ending is a new beginning. The tranquility of the night gradually swallows up the story, and the readers fall asleep as the story ends, welcoming a night full of peace and hope.